Guys, get out of my shot. I'm trying to do a showcase here. Hey guys, Zaxxilus and Butch here, and today I am going to share with you the very first mod I ever downloaded. It's called Voxel Map, and it is a fantastic mod that shows you a mini-map in the corner there and gives you a large map for all of your area. You can see I'm right there, and that's my village, and down in the lower corner there, that's my tree. Hey, get out of the way. I'm trying to do a video here. What is wrong with these people? We're going to go through and I'm going to show you lots of these cool features that this mod implements. You are going to love it and you're going to want to download it right away. So be sure and check that description for the download link because I'll put it down there for you. And while you're at it, hit that like button and smash that subscribe so that Butch and I can bring you more videos and walkthroughs and playthroughs in the future. It sure helps out the channel and I'll be able to help you out in return. This guy's breathing on my neck. Listen, buddy, you're in my space. You're in my bubble. Get out of here. Not you, Butch. Get back over here. Well, now he's mad at me. Good dog. So Voxel Map is a light loader mod, meaning it's super lightweight and it runs off a light loader. And light loader can be run as a mod loader alongside Forge. I run it on all of my builds. So without further ado, let's show you Voxel Map. Now, when you first install Voxel Map, this is the screen when you log in that you're going to see right away. It only shows up one time and it tells you the keys to do things like zoom in and out on the map, pull up the options, toggle the full screen map, or quickly add a waypoint. Now you don't have to write them down. You'll be able to see these in Light Loader and I'll show you how to do that. For now, we're going to hit Z and then this will go away and it won't pop up the next time you log in. There we go. Now this mod actually has 3 different map modes that you can use. Right now, you see the mini map in the upper right hand corner of my screen here. If you hit the X key like so, it brings up the medium size map and gives you a much bigger view of what you're looking at in the minimap. Hit X again and it goes away. Now if you hit the M key, it brings up the entire map mode. And that's a full screen map as you can see. And you just roll your mouse wheel and you can zoom in and out. Now look at this, you can see my whole area. Or you can zoom way in too if you want. Now, I mentioned before that if you ever needed reference for the keys, you can pull them up in Light Loader. So what you do is you just hit your escape key here and you move your mouse over here by this little tab. You see this little chicken here. You click that and boom. There's your voxel map, and here you can see that we have the keys listed. And it also talks about a couple of the features of the mod. And we're going to cover those in more detail. For now, we'll hit escape and come back to the regular screen here. Now, if you do want to change those keys, they are configurable in your controls section. Just hit escape, go into our options here, go to controls, and you'll have this cool little section in here called minimap. And as you can see, you can configure different keystrokes. So I'm in creative mode, and what we're going to do is we're going to fly around, and then I'm going to pop up the big map so you can kind of see what this thing does. Ready? Here we go. So here we are in the Mesa biome, and I'm going to fly around to some of the different biomes and just show you guys how beautiful this looks on the various maps. Here's the mini map, of course, up here in the upper right hand corner, and then you got an enlarged view. Look at the detail in this thing. Isn't it great? And then, of course, you got the full screen map. So let's fly around and see how it represents some of the other biomes. Okay, guys, I have flown around and we have mapped out a bunch of biomes here. Let me just show you what we got. As you can see, there are several different biomes, and these are all showing exactly what you see in real life. Now, if I zoom in here on, say, these villages, you can zoom down by rolling your mouse wheel and get a specific level of detail on the village. Isn't that great? Now, one of the things that I think is especially cool is if you hit X and bring up the more medium-sized map, you can move around while looking at that map. As you can see here, I am flying around ultra fast with the Duff Light mod, and I can see where I'm at on the minimap. And this can come in handy when you're scanning around and looking for things like a village, as I just found here, while you're in creative mode. Now you say, that's pretty cool, Zax. Give us some more info on the details of this mod and some of these numbers we're seeing up here in the minimap corner. So as you can see here, these are the coordinates of your current location, and you can turn those on and off in the options window. Now we'll drop down here in the village and I'll start talking with you guys a little bit about the mob and NPC icons and what you're going to see. Currently, I have all the icons turned off, so let's take a look at those. But first, let's talk about your options on the minimap. Now, as you can see, I've got the circle form here and your heading stays the straight in this form and then the map rotates around your heading. However, if I pull up the options, we go M, hit the options here, and then I go square map on and hit done. Now you're going to see that north, south, east, and west all stay the same on the map, and the heading of the individual icon representing your player changes. See, as I circle here, you can see the little red arrow changes direction instead of the entire map. Now this is actually my preferred way to play, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the map just like that. Now back to those icons for the mobs. Go in here and we turn on the options. And the first thing we're going to want to do is hit the radar button and we say show hostiles on, and you'll start to see the icons develop. Now I've just turned on the hostile mob icons, so as we go into this village, you're going to see these little piggies here, their icons don't show up. That's because they are not hostile mobs. Villagers shouldn't show up either. So let's go find a villager, make sure he's not showing up right now. Here's a villager right here, and as you can see, he doesn't show up on the map. So we're going to go ahead and turn off peaceful mode now, and we're going to get some icons start to pop on the screen here as the spawns start to happen. We'll just wait a minute here for the screen to refresh and the mobs start spawning. So if you look at the mini-map here, looks like we've got some hostile mobs spawning. Let's zoom in using the Z key and have a look at these icons. You'll notice the icons are a little grayed out. That's because those creatures aren't on the same level as us. If we turn on the villagers, then you'll see their icons are quite a bit brighter. So we go into options here and we hit radar again and we hit show neutrals. Now, as you can see, our map now shows all the villagers along with all the hostile mobs, and you can see that the villagers' faces are a lot brighter than the creatures that are underground, along with the bears and other stuff. There's a tiger there and some chickens. So now if we go into map mode underground, you can see that it actually maps the regions that are on level with your level. And I'm going to zoom in here so that we don't get too much going on here. There we go. That's a good zoom level. You can see that even when I'm in caves, I get some mapping. So now we're down inside the dungeon from Roguelike Dungeons, and you can see we got a little zombie roaming around in here, and his face is now bright, and so I believe that's because he is not underneath me, but on the same level as I am. Now, you'll also notice that his icon in the minimap has a helmet on it. Now, the reason is Voxel Maps is really good about taking third-party mobs that are added to Minecraft and still making icons for them, and that's why it's able to do this, and you'll see that with different kind of creatures from, say, Mo Creatures and different things. It finds the icon, as to where other map programs, if it's not a vanilla mob, you just get some sort of generic icon usually. And you see there's another zombie. He's got a green helmet on, and sure enough, a green helmet with a stripe in the minimap. So very cool and very thorough. Now let's go back up top. I want to show you the biome overlay and exactly what that'll do for you. So as you can see here, we've got a lot of different biomes, but let's say you were looking for a specific biome or you wanted to know the name of a biome. What you can do is you can go in here and you can click this biome overlay button. Now, it maps them out according to their colors and shows you their biome names. See there? And if you didn't like that solid, here's a transparent form that kind of combines the regular map view with the color and makes it so you can still kind of see the trees and stuff. A little nicer. Now, let's say you wanted to see the actual chunks in the game for some reason. Maybe you had one of these mods that keeps a chunk loaded because you've got a redstone mechanical device running in there and you want to keep it running. Here's what you do. You go chunk grid on, and now it shows you the actual chunks in the game. So if I had a redstone device in one of these and I wanted to keep it running, I might take one of the devices from another mod and put it in that chunk, and that way my redstone device would always be running. Another cool little feature. And here's one, slime chunks. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Let's go have a look here. Now, look at that. I can tell each chunk that generated slime and go hunt my slimes. You gotta love that. There's some other features in here. You can change the location of the mini map. As you can see, it's moving around there. We already showed you square and round and the size. You can enlarge it if you want. I like regular. I want to mention one thing. This mod does support multiplayer, and you will be able to see actual player names and face icons on your map when you're in a multiplayer game. Now let's take a look at waypoints. We're going to start by killing Zaxxilus here. There we go. Let's respawn at our spawn point. There we are. So I just died and I'm back at my spawn point. And let's say I want to get back to that point. Well, we pull up map. We hit waypoints here. Now the first thing we can do is we can make that waypoint show up on our map. Let's go ahead and highlight it here. And we'll jump back. And now you see there is a little bullseye down there in the corner in the direction that I died in. So that's pretty good. First, what we're going to do is we're going to set a new waypoint so that when I teleport there, I can then teleport back and show you how a standard waypoint works. So we hit in and then we select the color that you want. You could use the default if you want, but I'm just going to put in here home and then we'll say done. And now you can see up on my mini map, there is a diamond up there of that color. But something else is pretty neat too that helps you navigate to those diamonds, and we'll show you that by teleporting back to the point of death. Here we go. Waypoints, select the latest death, and we're going to teleport to. Boom, here I am. So that could come in really handy. So let's say you've got some waypoints set and you want to always have those on your map so that you can see the direction they're in there. So I'm going to crank up my max distance in the options here for waypoints and say done, and we'll go back to the map. And you can see there is a little blue triangle in the direction of my waypoint. And this can work for as many waypoints as you set. You can have all sorts of waypoints pointing away around the map. And so I know that if I travel in that direction, I am going to find my home. And on the screen here, as I face it here, you can see kind of a transparent waypoint icon that shows on the screen in the direction I want to go. Isn't that great? Now these waypoints are mapped out per dimensions and they'll work separately for each dimension, so you don't see waypoints in one dimension that belong to another one, which is really handy. How does this work in Nether, you might ask? Well, let's go check it out. Here we are in the Nether, and you can see that it's already got it mapped out. Look at that. Hit Z and zoom it a couple times, zoom all the way out. Look at that. Now that is handy, especially in the Nether. And you'll notice also my waypoints that I set in the overworld don't show up here. So here we are in the end, and you can see it's also working here. Let's zoom in a little bit. There's a big icon for the Ender Dragon. He's flying around causing trouble. And we've got all of the island mapped here. Now this will come in especially handy when you kill the Ender Dragon and expand the end to multiple islands. And that, my friends, is the first mod that I ever downloaded. That's Voxel Maps, got a lot of cool features, does quite a bit for you, and really makes your life easier and helps you enjoy your gameplay. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to smash that like button and hit that subscribe, and we'll bring you some more content. Butch and I will be here to help you with all your Minecraft mods. Till next time, I'm Zax, that's Butch, and we'll catch you later. Come on, Butch, let's go play some fetch.